Welcome to the Coach's Corner, Iona Volleyball Zoom session. John Stanko being joined by Iona Volleyball head coach Esai Velez Perez. Coach, how are you doing?
Living the dream. As I always say, no, thank you. Thank you, Stanko. Thank you for having me in this Zoom video conference, and I appreciate you having doing this. So I'm very excited. So let's see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes. So first of all, Coach, how have you been in spending this more of your free time? Obviously different for you as well as a student athlete. So what's this whole experience been like for you personally?
Oh, well, I don't know. It's still like I'm still like wow. Like it's hard. Like of course, like I don't like I don't doubt it's kind of hard, but I feel like a lot of time I've been like working on how to get better. Of course, as a person, as a coach, have been very important to have that time to myself after my first season or like year as a head coach. So yes, I have been doing a lot of like I said, like reflection and talking to myself. Especially I live by myself here in New Rochelle, but I've been busy. I've been busy in the aspect of like trying to do everything a little bit slower than I did it before because I'm always in a fast pace. But now I'm trying to like okay, let me do one thing at a time, one day, living the day one day at a time. So.
What does your typical day consist of when you get up in the morning? Obviously, when you were in season, it was practice at 6 a.m. and then you have meetings after that, and you go home for a bit before a game at night. But so what's your typical day like now?
Well, I don't have to wake up so early now, so I'm excited about that. But now my clock is already up by 7, 8 a.m. First of all, my Puerto Rican coffee is still here, so have a cup of coffee. That's how I get my morning on. I'm still kind of like going on the news. Trying not to do that because it's always the same news. So I'm debating now how to not do that. I'm a big fan of podcasts. Any topic, I'm a big fan of podcasts. So now I'm trying to wake up, hear some podcast, any kind of topic. Today I was listening to a sport topic, so it is what it is. Then after that, I sit here. This is like kind of like my office setup, and trying to go in all my emails, trying to catch up with some work, and after that, have some lunch. I think I'm going to be the best chef now. I'm not a chef, but I'm going to be a great chef because I've been doing everything. Like let's see what I'm going to do today. Put it in the phone, and then boom, I did something new. So that about is. That's like maybe 4 or 5 p.m. and then by 6, of course, I have a PlayStation. I don't want to say that loud.
Listen, I got one too. You're all right.
I don't remember the last time I used it until now. And then I have a new game of baseball. That's one of my favorite sports. So I play that, read something because yes, I read something, and then that's it. Yes, of course. Can I say Netflix? Yeah.
Yeah, you can say Netflix. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's everyone's living off that right now, right?
Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all of them. I'm trying to say all of them. So yes, I'm trying to see that.
It's really funny you mentioned cooking because I just talked with baseball head coach Paul Panic, and he also said he's becoming a great chef. And so I asked him, of all the coaches at Iona College, who do you think would win a Top Chef competition now after this quarantine? Who do you think would come on top?
And he said himself.
No, he didn't say himself. He actually said Pete Tallman would be the best from your corner, from your little hallway of offices. He thinks Pete Tallman would be the winner. I'm wondering if you have a guess who you think would win Top Chef of Iona staff.
Top chef of Iona staff. I will say I'm gonna go with compliance.
You know, Max.
Because Max every day brings lunch. So I think he's ahead of us. So I'm gonna go with Max. We'll see.
Okay. And is there a meal that you've made during this quarantine that really sticks out that you're like, man, I nailed this. This is absolutely delicious.
Rice and beans, man. Anything with rice and beans. Anything with rice and beans. You can put chicken, you can put fish, you can put meat, you can go vegan. Always with rice and beans. So that's my grandma, mom, and me. Like anything can go with rice and beans.
That's the foundation, then you build on top of that, basically. So obviously during this time, you're also communicating with your student athletes and your other staff. So can you touch on how you've been doing that, whether it be through Zoom calls, through phone calls, through emails, and how that's been for you during this time?
Yeah, of course. That's very important, the communication with them, especially. It's a new thing for all of us. So I've been trying to communicate with other coaches from Iona and other coaches around the nation, just because it's a new thing. It's something that it's hard to see, like, so. But yeah, going to your question, we have been in a couple of groups. Of course, we have the text group, we have the email group for different topics. But now that we have this media, I didn't know about this Zoom, but now with Zoom we have been like doing all these group chats. So we're trying to go twice per week on communication, like visual wise. So every week on Thursday, one class of the group have to go with some information, something different in each week and each topic. So me and the other coaches, we're trying to see like what we can do. But yeah, Zoom has been great. So being honest with you, this has been an awesome idea. Having text communication, because at the same time, there are student athletes. They're right now on class. They're right now training. They're communicating with strength conditioning. So we have been doing everything the same thing, but now it's more like on visual or on the text. So yes.
Can you talk about how Rory, Sarah, and Jamie, the academic staff at Iona College, have really prepped your student athletes and prepped you in communicating about what the student athletes need to succeed with this virtual learning, and how you've learned about this process through them as well?
Daily, this is something that the academic advisor, thank God for the academic advisor. This is a great resource that we have here at Iona, especially help 24/7 all the student athletes, especially us coaches that we don't know that academic area so much. They inform us daily or weekly, like they're with us, and anything that they need, anything that class wise, book wise, any information that we need, Rory and the other academic advisor, they're great with this information. So I'm really happy about this, because all the student athletes have been like having positive um, encouragement about this new way of having classes. No red flags until today. They have been great with the communication with all the professors. So nothing in the wood. Yes, this has been difficult, but at the same time, everyone is doing something to help all the student athletes.
So obviously this is a difficult time, as you mentioned, but I think it's also a time where people are getting a new appreciation for what it was like to be around the competition and stuff like that. So in this time where you've been isolated from your team and from Iona and from people who you were around with every single day, what did you learn the most? Maybe anything was special, that part of every day or that part of coaching volleyball. Is there anything that sticks out in your mind?
Um, I miss a lot of things, man. Like, there's plenty of things that I miss. Of course, I'm a person that I love to talk and I love to go out and meet with every single person. Like, I don't know, maybe one day the hallway that I work is gonna be suspending me because I'm always the loud one and always playing music. So yes, it's kind of hard not having not having the communication or like the visual communication with the kids, especially that. Like, um, it's hard. Like, yes, we are coaches, and it's only like 2-3 hours that we spend the day with them. But really, I miss them. Like, really, I miss, because this is what we do. Like, this is what I love. Like, yes, it's the volleyball part, but at the same time, I love having them around. I love helping them around. Like, especially at Iona, that we're like a family environment, that we know each other so well. And yes, miss this relationship. The same way I miss my family back home in Puerto Rico, I miss this team. Like, every morning or every 2 days, we communicate with the text, hey, good morning, how you doing? Coffee, something like same thing with practice. Yes, it's not our season right now on the spring, but we have been practicing. So what are we doing is that, like, they have I like the group because they have been keeping accountable each other. They have some social media group that they do some workout and they can see what they're doing daily. and they have that communication. But going again, I miss every day of being in the office. Now, as you say, like, yes, it's good to be home, but until a point, like, I like the social part of this job of working every day at the office, talking to my coworkers, talking to my neighbor Pete. So it's kind of like always trying to talk to Tom about baseball. So it's yes, I miss that on what is happening right now.
So I'll let you go on this question. You mentioned earlier how you're talking to other coaches in volleyball in college, whether it be former coaches that you worked with, and that you what have been the unifying message that you've found amongst all volleyball coaches that they're kind of reiterating at this point? Is there like something that everyone's galvanizing around and communicating with that maybe you've learned from?
We're all have been, I think, in the same conclusion is the communication is the key of this. Like right now, it's how creative we can be with communication. How creative, not only to say hi, how you doing, and that's it. Like it's more like, of course, like I've been working a lot with Emily Master. Iona has Hall of Fame. She's a Hofstra head coach. So she had been like helping me with this information too, like how we can keep communication with the student athletes. So and all the coaches have been saying the same thing, like how we can help each other to communicate not only with a hi and bye, like any other question. Like for example, Taylor and Jamie got a great idea of playing a game that have a lot of names, but I called Stop. It's kind of like you say the letter and then you have to put a lot of things. Like we had that and it was a blast. Like was awesome having everyone. Of course I won, but
nice.
Awesome. Like it's just going back to the question again, is the key of the communication, how creative we can be to keep everyone involved.
All right. Well, Coach, again, I really appreciate you taking the time and I hope you're keeping safe. Is there any message you want to give to Gael Nation before you sign off here in Coach's Corner?
Right now, it's be safe. Be safe. Stay home. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. That's all we can do right now, of course. And I miss being in the office, but everyone, please be safe and support your family. Whatever they need, please be with them. I miss my family. Big kiss and big hugs to all my family and my friends in Puerto Rico and to all Iona Gael. I miss being in the office, and we're looking forward to come back, and we're going to come back strong, okay?
All right, Coach. Head Coach S.A. Velez Perez, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Stanko. Appreciate it.